So Silent Night 2012 is a loose remake of the original Silent Night Deadly Night movie, and pretty much all the other ones as well. It incorporates similar elements of all of them into one movie, similar to the Friday the 13th reboot, if you've seen that movie. It's kind of interesting. The movie has a load of good gore and a load of fun kills as well, which goes along with the gore. And it's really interesting up until the end when it goes full bonkers, and I still like the movie, but that ending was a big, like, what the hell is going on moment. So yeah, let's get into it. So the movie is very weird. Just saying that right off the rip. It's, you know, those like early 2000s kind of like, remake movies of all the classic horror. What is my hair doing? And yeah, it's one of those because it's somehow both good and extremely confusing at the same time. Now I know that there are some movies that are like that. I've seen several. What is going on? But it's just odd. Like the film begins with this cop dying in like an electric chair with some Christmas lights, and that's cool and all, but like it'd be kind of more interesting if it was explained a bit better because I have no idea how that will work. But yeah, we're then introduced to our main character. She's a cop as well, and we're also introduced to Sheriff Cooper, who's played by Malcolm McDowell. He does a pretty good job. He's got that like Dr. Loomis vibe that he had in Halloween with Rob Zombie, which of course he did play Dr. Loomis, so that's why. And yeah, from there the movie goes into complete chaos. There's loads of really cool kills. I probably shouldn't be talking about this bit this early into the video, but pretty much there's this bit where these guys are like making a porn video, and then the Santa Claus comes in and he brutally murders them. Like one of the kills is really cool. He grabs like a scythe and he shoves it through a person's face. It's sick. And yeah, another one which was really memorable is when they try to recreate one of the like good kills from the original movie, which pretty much they grab a girl, they shove her on the antlers. It was really well done, but right before that they pull a hostile and he throws an axe at her and it slits her Achilles tendons. I hate when they do this in movies. Like, it's really cool and the practical effects are amazing, but it's so gross and it's so painful to watch, like tendons just slipping open. But that's just me. I just can't watch it. And yeah, from there, the movie, it does your typical slasher stuff. It introduces you to some more red herrings, some more characters. There's the mayor, and then there's the mayor's daughter, who was one of the girls who was making the porn videos and stuff. She's with her boyfriend. They go to the mayor's house. She's the one who gets shoved up on the antlers. And then there's also her boyfriend who dies in a really brutal way where his head gets split open. It's sick. And sick in both the cool way and the actually this is making me sick kind of way. The movie's very cool with the effects as well. It's really well done, and I mean, for a movie which is, a remake, I'd say it's one of the better remakes. It's probably the third best movie in this franchise, but I'm not gonna, say that because I want to make a ranking video next. Just look around for that, and hey, we're probably about halfway through this video because there's not really much for me to talk about with this movie. So why don't you consider subscribing because I have loads of other videos where I review movies and stuff on this channel. And yeah, we also get, some backstory about some other Santa Clauses. There's about 5 people who are dressed as Santa Claus in this movie, all of which are red herring. One gets shot, one dies in the police cell, one just sort of disappears, and then the other one is our main Santa killer. And then there's also one who was in the past, who pretty much he had his homemade flamethrower, and he completely, killed his wife with, the flamethrower, which is really cool, but at the same time, you're telling me this man built a flamethrower instead of just, getting a gun? I'm not saying anything, right? But at the same time, I am. If you're going to kill someone, will it not be easier to do that rather than why go through all the effort of building a flamethrower? Why not just leave your wife at that point? If you're so annoyed with your wife, divorce her. Don't build a flamethrower and then kill her. It's a bit weird. But But yeah, as I was saying, the effects in the movie are amazing. There are some bits where it's a bit iffy, but you know, it's the 2000s. It's big on gore. Like, I'd say this is probably the goriest movie in the franchise. Like, there's not really much gore in the other movies. It's mainly just, you know, little bits of blood every now and then. Especially with, like, the first movie, there was, like, low gore. It was more focused on, like, the psychological aspect with Billy and everything. Then those later sequels were more focused on the, like, sci-fi-y, science-y, like, creepy, like, aspect of it with, like, witches and robots and stuff. But this movie is really focused on the slasher aspect, which I do really enjoy. You know, it's a lot of fun watching this, especially, you know, if you're sitting down with some friends, this would be a great movie to watch around Christmas, just because it's dumb, it's really violent, and it's just stupid. Like, every kill is so over the top, and I love it. And then we get the twist of the movie as well, where it's revealed that the guy who murdered his wife, he was killed by our main lead's dad, and that's then where his son comes in, and he is our killer. Because pretty much we aren't actually like told this properly. We shown it at the end of the movie, because when the killer goes to, you know, fight the main lead in the end of the movie, they have like this fight, and it ends with him, you know, getting flame thrown. I don't know what it said. What's the like word, like burnt? Yeah, he gets burnt with the flamethrower, and yeah, it's great. Like, the shots in this movie are amazing. And that's probably one of my favourites as well, because then it just leads to the whole police station like collapsing and burning to the ground. And then we cut to, you know, him in his car with a burnt face, and it's like, oh, that's who it was the whole time. I mean, I would have kind of liked if, you know, he was revealed and he didn't just sort of, you know, survive. I mean, like, I'm fine with a killer surviving because it could set up a sequel, but this movie didn't get a sequel, it's not going to. We're getting a reboot of Silent Night, Deadly Night with the Terrifier producers, which is cool, so I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. What do you guys think about this movie? Let me know in the comments below if you have seen it. If you haven't seen it, I really do recommend watching this one. I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did, but it was a damn good time sitting here watching the absolute carnage of this movie. It's so fun, like, just seeing, like, a guy going around, like, killing people in the most brutal way possible in a horror movie, because it's really interesting, especially with the effects that they use and everything. And this was the movie in the franchise with the highest budget as well, which is very obvious, you know, with the amount of effects and all the gore, and just, you know, it being one of those, like, remake movies where you know it will end up making a load of money at the box office. They're gonna pump a nice amount of money into the movie to make it as well. But yeah, as I said, that's pretty much it for this video. I give this movie like a 6.5 out of 10. It's pretty enjoyable for what it is. And what it is a dumb little Christmas horror movie, which is a load of fun.